So we've just heard exactly what Steve Bruce has had to say about the next game for Newcastle United, which is away to Tottenham. And I think going into this one, people in much better spirits. Obviously, the Brighton defeat was terrible in every sense of the word. Newcastle didn't start well. They couldn't find a response once it went 2-0 down. And I think Steve Bruce knows that his team selection was questioned, basically. It was questioned emphatically in the sort of aftermath of that game. They did respond against Morecambe in the week with a 7-0 win, but obviously that a lot of people that I've seen on social media just saying, well, it was only Morecambe, and playing that result down. But at the end of the day, it would have been easy for Newcastle to slip up on that evening, in particular. I mean, at 1-0, Morecambe did have chances and then they just fell to pieces. But Newcastle in the past have made mistakes in games like that. On this occasion, they didn't. They were pretty focused throughout it, the whole thing. But it now, boils down this game at Spurs, and you look at Steve Bruce's selection dilemma that he's got, really. Alan Maximin is going to be a subject of a late fitness check because of a whack on the ankle. Jamal Lewis got the eye injury, so he could be missing as well. Kieran Clark is out with a thigh problem picked up at Morecambe. But, people like Miguel Almiron are surely knocking on the door now for a start in this game. Jacob Murphy's another one who's done very well. So there are sort of fresh candidates coming into this game where Steve Bruce might make a change to that 11 that started against Brighton. Obviously won down here last season, that got a mention. Joe Linton getting the winner. Can Newcastle be fortunate enough to get that same result again? It never normally works out that way, but hopefully they can get something out of this game. It takes them into the next sort of League Cup game on Wednesday at Newport. But really, it's about just making sure they get another point on the board. If they can, it'd be great to get all three, but realistically, a point would be a good result. So we'll see how it pans out down there. Steve Bruce in much better spirits than he was after Brighton. But realistically, Newcastle have a stiff test against Spurs. I mean, even though Spurs had a trip to Macedonia last night, they will be feeling the pace of this week, to be totally honest. But really, they've got some quality players, and we don't need to run through them all. We know who they are. Led by Harry Kane. It's going to be a difficult afternoon, but hopefully Newcastle can take this newfound confidence at Morecambe into this game and emerge with something.